Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
Hey, you know who I love? I love my friends. And one of my friends who I've gotten to know a little more this past year is Barbara Corcoran. We always have so much fun together. Even though she wants to have sex with my husband, I think she's fabulous. You really do. You're always trying to
come on. He's in the wrong club. I'm going to pick a guy that wants me. Come on.
Hey, Alex, bring me some tequila. Anyway, hi.
Hi, good morning. I love you back.
Barbara is still working so hard. I mean, you are one of those people, and I envy you, by the way. You're one of those people who will always find a way to work every moment of the day if you can. I mean, that's just you. I mean, are you running from something? Or is this something you need to do? And if you stop working, you're going to just die? I mean, what's your deal?
Well, I thought about going to a shrink about being a workaholic, no doubt, but I was afraid that the minute I got cured, I'd probably go broke. And I thought, do I want to be messed up and rich by working so hard, or do I want to be poor and healthy? And I decided I was going to be rich and messed up. Yeah.
Rich and
hey, you have to
batty.
remember, Elvis, my mother had 10 kids, did all the housework, all the cooking, slaved herself. So all of the kids in my family, all 10 of us, are very hardworking. We saw nothing else. You mimic what you grow up with for the most part, I think.
That's an interesting point. Everyone think about what Barbara Corcoran just said. Are you truly a product of how you grew up? Are you, how many times have you said something and you say to yourself, oh my God, that's what my mom would say? You know what? And it's actually the most ultimate compliment you can pay your parents, whether they're alive or dead, to say, my God, I am my mom. I am my dad. Well, listen, you're so busy. What are you busy doing these days, Barbara?
What I'm trying to do is reinvent my business. You know, I get a lot of my business through giving big speeches that pay very well. They've gone. No, there are no conferences, nothing to do. So I'm trying to roll that into a new medium that people are willing to pay for. Not so easily, but we're seeing a little light there. And then I get a lot of endorsement deals. And because companies aren't spending money, nobody's getting an endorsement. And so I finally realized, hey, I have 6 people, full-time, well-paid, that I adore. I'm not going to let them go ever. And so let me keep them busy and try to reinvent my business. That's what I'm working on all the time.
Wow. You know, you actually do more work in 1 hour than most of us do in an entire year. And I'm not saying it to be, I'm not exaggerating.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
I just know, I know you.
My dad.
You know,
yeah.
I know you. I'm a student of Barbara Corcoran and everything you do. Are you missing doing Shark Tank?
No, because Shark Tank's been delayed but not canceled, and we're the #1 show on Friday nights now, so nobody's going to mess with that show. Now, I'm not the least bit worried about Shark Tank. I am worried about all my entrepreneurs that I invested in because they are really struggling right now, and it breaks my heart to see some of them go out of business. Some of them rise to the top, shockingly, and others kind of waiting things out, which basically means they're going to go out of business sooner or later. Yeah.
You know, Barbara, I hosted a webinar yesterday for hundreds and hundreds of small business owners for the Small Business Association. And it was interesting hearing their side of things. And what I found though is we've been into this pandemic long enough where people are anxious to get back to work, to get back to their focus, to get back to their passion. So what advice do you have for someone who is just dying to get back to work, but they just can't, or they don't have a job? I mean, what do you tell people? They're looking for the answers.
The best advice I could give, I practice it myself, and I have all my good entrepreneurs, the eager ones, doing it as well, is to really realize the only great commodity we have right now is time to ourselves. So it's a good time to pause, ask yourself how happy you are doing what you're doing, and ask yourself what else you'd rather be doing. And you actually have the time to teach yourself to do something else. You know, all these courses online are for free right now. If you're an artist, you can become a graphic designer for free. You could take a 5-hour course every day for free. So you could become who you want. And I think anyone who's waiting and hoping that things like business is going to be just like it used to be, most of those people aren't going to be offered their jobs back. And that's the truth. I know a lot of business owners, and I keep asking them, hey, are you going to be hiring the 250 people you just fired? And they say, no, we kind of used it to clean house. We'll be hiring the best ones back. So I think taking the time to become the best one is just nothing at a bare minimum insurance. But for your own self-esteem and to feel like you're moving ahead when the whole world is standing still, it's a great feeling. It's an empowerment feeling. And when you get out there, you're going to be a big competitor. And that's what you're going to find when it's all over. It's not going to be the same. No one's expecting it. But I don't think anyone's expecting it to be a competitive work environment. And that's what I'm expecting to happen.
Wow.
You want a short answer
Barbara.
for that? Did I give you one short answer?
Yeah, give us a short answer, then Gandhi has a question.
The minute my head gets in the wrong place, I can get up and I do 60 jumping jacks. Shakes all that stuff right out of me. Jumping jacks.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right. So during this pandemic, everything has been flipped upside down, right? Have you seen any businesses pop up that you wish you could have invested in?
Yeah, I wish nothing new right now, but baby businesses that have grown exponentially, like Zoom, any of the on-game sites, they've exploded. You know, there's been nothing like, not a new wrinkle. You know, TikTok rather. I wish I invested in that, but nothing brand new. I guess I got to get back to Shark Tank to see what's coming out there that's new.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Do you think this is a good time to like start an online business? Like say I wanted to start a boutique. Obviously, I'm not going to go and open a boutique, but an online boutique would be a good idea.
It's a great idea, provided you have a really fresh and new spin on something. There's a young woman, I don't recall her company name right now, in LA, who started a tie-dye sweatshirt business, and her sales are going through the roof. She's just out on tie-dye before the big brands got there, and she's selling like crazy. But you really have to have your own spin, something new, something edgy, something ahead of the pack.
Okay.
Love it. Yeah, Froggy, what's your question for Barbara Corcoran?
Barbara, what about somebody who's like trying to sell a home or looking to possibly start, maybe buy a home right now? Is now a good time to try to do either one of those things, or are we better off to continue to rent?
Well, if you want to give your home away, definitely list it, and maybe you'll get a buyer, all right? But you won't get full price or anything near what you want. So if you're going to sell your home, it should be pulled off the market. You know, we only have 75% of the homes have been pulled off the market, rightly so. But if you're looking to buy, to pull yourself out of the market, I think you're out of your mind. Because if you could look at the homes that are, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Barbara. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. You first, me first, you first. If you're looking to buy a home, you should stay in the market, because the houses that are still out there, like, what are those sellers thinking? They're desperate to sell. So it's a great time to shop the market and get a good deal, even if you're doing a virtual tour. What people don't know is once you do a virtual tour and you commit to a house, before the title company will approve it and before the inspector will do an inspection, you get in to see a look at that house. So it's not like you're buying it blind. You could go in the last minute and change your mind if you don't want it. So why wouldn't you be out shopping for a steal of a deal?
Yeah, this is one of those moments where you're like, oh God, I wish I had $1 billion. I'd go buy everything because everyone's going to sell it at pennies on the dollar. I'm going to be a predator. Well, no, it's not that easy, right? Do we still go to Shannon's question? Because I think Froggy took her question. Let's go talk to Shannon anyway, line 24. Hi, Shannon. Say good morning to Barbara Corcoran. How are you doing?
Good morning, Barbara. How are you guys doing?
Good morning, Shannon.
Very well.
So Froggy just stole my question, but you answered it perfectly.
Okay, so you're going to go in the market and shop, I hope, huh?
Yes.
You're going to do what Elvis is afraid to do.
Yes. I'm very fortunate right now to still be working, so it's really great.
You know what, Shannon? It's kind of interesting. We're hearing every day we're seeing people texting in saying that they are closing on houses. People are still closing. And of course, they went into commitment before the pandemic hit, I'm assuming. But I love to see that people are still out there shopping and moving ahead as if we do have lives ahead of us, which we do, which is the motivation to reinvent yourself. If you can't find that purpose when you get out of bed, think back to the days when you did get out of bed and you were really happy with what you were doing. Find that magic again, because great days are ahead, without doubt. And thanks for listening to us, Shannon. Go buy a house. Really. Dan on line 2 has a question. Hi, Dan. Welcome to the show. Say hi to Barbara Corcoran.
Hi, Barbara. How are you guys doing?
Good morning, Dan. Good.
I'll hear your harmonica later, but I have a question. I'm making my own video game, And as for marketing, I was just going to be independent, do it slowly, organically. But marketing is a really, really big issue with video games. So since I have no budget for it, I was thinking instead of having 100% share, do I give up my shares for investment for marketing? How much of my shares should I give up?
Oh God!
It sounds like a video game.
We're having a difficult time hearing you. So his question is, Barbara, should he spend money on someone to help him market, or should he actually give up a part of his business in order to have someone partner with him and market him?
Yeah, he's way too early. He should figure out the business, get all the bugs out of it. There's going to be dozens of them. Get it really right. See if on social media he could get anybody to be excited about his video game. And then once he has some traction, if he wants to get help, certainly go out and get a big wig to help you and market. Makes sense, but not now. It's probably going to take him 6 months to figure it all out. And if you go out there too early, everybody's going to turn you away. Hey, you have no proof. Who's going to buy it? How good is it? You got to prove all that before you can get people to plunk their money down.
Hey, you know what, Barbara? I think it seems like every time you and I talk about personal lives or work, whatever, we always talk about the future, working for the future. And we live in this world now where people are of the moment, and that's okay sometimes. But when it comes to plotting out your life, thinking about what's happening down the line and getting excited about it, that's really the only way to think it through, And I'm just like, what do you see you doing in the next 10 years? I mean, you've got a couple of years left, didn't you? What are you going to do?
Well, let's hope I do. I'm 71, so I'm hoping to get maybe 20 good years, as long as they're good, right? Do you know what I see? I see being more influential than I've been before, helping people more, being a role model to women in particular, especially young women, getting other people to say, man, if she could do it, I could do it, which is true. You can do it. And so I just see whatever changes are out there, and I try to grab them and try to get a new audience of people that I could influence. I don't know why I get my kicks out of that, but that's what I plan on doing. I'm also hoping to get at least 2 more facelifts between now and my 90th birthday, so people aren't afraid to look at me. I've been recently looking into hand lifts. Can you lift that crepe off your hands? I'm trying to figure that one out. Nobody does that surgery yet, but you never know in 10 years. Maybe I could get that done too.
Well, they say you should always invest in the things that you believe in. You need to invest in skin tightening and stuff like that. But I will tell you, Barbara is on this new kick where she's trying to get Alex and I to adopt a child or get a surrogate.
It's so public. That was a confidential conversation, by the way.
No, not at all. There's nothing confidential. I mean, no. And the other day when Anderson Cooper announced the birth of his son, she was all over me on text. Look at this. If Anderson can have a baby, you can too, Elvis. I mean, you're really into that.
And at least the baby will have one good-looking father, which will be Alex, just like Anderson Cooper.
I agree.
Got you on that one.
Yes, Gary. Barbara Corcoran, she's all yours. What do you want to ask her?
Some companies allow you to take a loan out against your 401k and dip into that if you really need it. Is that really advisable?
Sure it is right now. If you need the money, I'll tell you why. There's no penalty. Usually when you touch that 401k, the minute it's out for 60 days, you can never return it. And then you're stuck paying the taxes, whether you need the money after 60 days or not. Right now, you could take out your 401k, leave it out. I think the term now is 6 years, some ridiculous amount. You could put it as a down payment on a house if you think, I sound like a real estate agent, of course, but you could put it down or use it for whatever you want without penalty. It's great. You're in control of your 401k for the first time without penalty. And that shouldn't be looked at so lightly. It's a one-time opportunity.
Hey, Mark Cuban, I love him. And he's such we had so much fun together when we were at your funeral. We told that story on there. It was really kind of great. Is he running for president? He sure is acting like he is.
You know what? Mark has been on and again, off again on it. I don't believe him. I know Mark. I sit next to him for 12 years. I can kind of see him as a card player when he's looking askance. I don't believe him. But more importantly, when I went to his birthday party, which wasn't a funeral, it was a real birthday party, I asked his wife the minute I walked in, what's that? I don't know how to turn off my alarm again and again. Sorry about that. But anyway, I asked his wife, is Mark going to run? And she said, not a chance. And I believed her. I don't think he's going to run. I think his wife would kill him.
Aw,
Okay.
that's it.
Women always-
It's
women
the
always know
wife.
those
The
things.
wife's like, that crap
Yeah.
ain't happening.
Right.
I
Hey,
took her
Straight Nate.
seriously. Yeah.
Straight Nate, you love older women. You
I
should.
do.
You and Barbara should get together.
I do. I love Barbara. Barbara, I
All
do
right,
have a question.
Send you a photo, Nate.
Okay, perfect. I'll get your number. So I do have a question. A lot of mortgage companies are offering mortgage forbearance for the next 3 months. Is there any downside to that? Will they make you pay all 3 months at the end of the 3-month forbearance if you do decide to take it?
No. What they usually do, and this is a negotiated thing, you go for broke, whatever you can get. But what a typical arrangement is, they simply roll over the next 3 months payment to the tail end of your loan. Let's say you have a 20-year fixed rate mortgage. You'll be paying it, for a few extra months. Who cares? Everybody's worried about right now. I don't think it makes a difference.
Okay.
Right. Hey, Barbara, I love it when you come on the show. And, you always have a seat at the table. On a personal level, I just want to say I miss you. And I miss coming to your house for your dinners with your crazy friends. And
yes, we have fun.
I'm so happy that you had time for us today. And if there's anything you ever need from us, because you give us this gift every time you're on with us, if you ever need anything from us, you let us know, okay?
You're a doll. You make me feel like a saint. It feels so good. I didn't know I was this nice. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Alex.
We love you, Barbara. Go have a great day, okay?
I love you back. Okay, give my love
right,
to
bye-bye.
Alex. Bye-bye.